وقل رب زدني علما.
Okay, now I want to respond to this point. Kalam made a video which is over an hour long video where he made certain allegations that certain Muslim scholars have this rubbish in the books and they claim to be not racist, right? How can that happen? And Kalam was celebrating these texts. So was this medicine man. You know, he was saying, we're going to give them medicine today, man. There's a lot of texts coming out. So let's bring the medicine out and see if it works or not, right? So the medicine man, he has to stand next to us, right? So let's see what the medicine was. The medicine actually wasn't even Islamic, let alone anything relevant. I'll tell you why. The first quote Kalam brought from Tabari, which is the curse of Ham. Now anyone who knows Islamic literature knows well that our commentators on the Quran brought information from a number of different sources. They brought information from historical sources, they brought information from Judeo-Christian sources, they brought information from the Prophet of Islam, what he had said about certain verses in the Quran, and the list goes on. And some of the companions of the Prophet, they had certain opinions on certain verses of the Quran. So Judeo-Christian literature in the Islamic tafsir literature is not accepted by the Muslims. This is the point you have to understand. When a Muslim scholar quotes from the Bible or the Old Testament or the New Testament or the Talmud or one of the apocryphal Gospels of the Christians, and the list goes on, it is not authoritative for us Muslims. We don't believe it's our literature. Rather, it is Judeo-Christian. So the curse of Ham, Kalam used as medicine for Muslims, is not medicine at all. It is not our literature. Rather, it is the literature of the Christians and the Jews. So we don't have to answer for that. Number one,
I'm asking you, is it recorded in your literature?
It is recorded as information, yes. It is quoted as information, not as authoritative information for us to follow and believe in. Even Tabari, the man you quoted, if you had read him, in his preface, he states clearly that I am bringing in these reports. Some of them are authentic, others are not. And it is the Muslims, they have to now go and look at the chains and see what is authentic and what is not. In fact, the Prophet of Islam had told us that leave the Judeo-Christian literature alone. Do not deny it and do not accept it. Be neutral on it. It is not your literature. Leave it alone. So we have a hadith from the Prophet in this regard. No, that's out of the question. That's not medicine for us. So your medicine number one has failed.
So why didn't Tabari leave it alone then?
Tabari has actually brought a lot more stuff in, which is a lot more helpful for you if you want me to quote it. If you want to make a point that why is Tabari, firstly, Tabari is a historian. Okay, what does a historian do? Historian brings information from all sources, authentic and inauthentic, and then he gives his assessment that this is what I think. He was also a commentator of the Quran, and this is exactly what he brought information from different sources, and he said, this is what I think is the case. Now, if you bring something Tabari said about the black people, or the Habashis, or the Sawad, or the Africans, which is racist, you have a case against me. If Tabari, even though Tabari is not our authority, Tabari is not someone we blindly follow. He is one of our greatest scholars, no doubt. So we own him. We own him fully. He made mistakes, he made errors. But if you can bring something out where Tabari said, I believe like Ibn Khaldun, you have a point on Ibn Khaldun, which is what we're going to discuss in a minute, very quickly, in due course.
So was Tabari a bad Muslim then?
No.
For going into the Judeo-Christian literature after the Prophet said, leave it alone? I'm sorry.
Are you even listening? Yeah. I'm responding that Tabari was a person who gathered information. The one who gathers information is not guilty of upholding those ideas. For example, if I quote, for example, if I'm writing my master's thesis or my PhD dissertation, if I'm quoting sources, if I quote Hitler, for example, in my thesis to make a point, am I guilty of what Hitler did? Am I guilty of upholding the views of Hitler? No, I'm not. I'm simply quoting Hitler. Just like that, Tabari quoted the curse of Ham and he didn't believe it. We don't believe it. We don't accept it because it's Judeo-Christian literature. It is not our literature.
You said he doesn't believe it. Is there anywhere that Tabari says he doesn't actually?
Because Tabari is the same man who quoted the Prophet saying that we leave Judeo-Christian literature alone. So if you read Tabari holistically, you'll come to realize what Tabari is upon. Tabari is upon exactly what I'm upon in this case. Tabari is the same author who has stated that the Prophet said leave the Judeo-Christian literature alone. It is not hujjah upon us. It is not authoritative for us. We have the Quran. Quran is the purest word of God. We don't need the Judeo-Christian literature. And can you please take this weed away in case I get intoxicated? Someone is trying to intoxicate me. Is there a conspiracy? Is there a conspiracy? Who is smoking this stuff?
So you're reading this into the text.
Okay, anyway.
So you're reading this into the text. Wait.
No, this is our classic.
That's fine.
Okay, next point you raised. Next point you raised was very quickly. Medicine number 2 was it Ibn Khaldun? Before Masudi. Yeah. Ibn Khaldun has definitely stated something apparently racist. Let me explain why I say apparently racist. Ibn Khaldun said that the Africans, and in the Arabic language he used the word Sudan. Okay, when he's talking about the people of Sudan or Sawad, he said these people are away from civilization and they lack human civilization qualities. That's what he said, right?
Wow.
Okay. Now, amazingly, wow, exactly, wow. I even myself, I'm quite disturbed by that.
And
but let me
submissive to be slaves or something.
Yes, something like that. Something absolutely abhorrent and very, very disgusting. Yes. Now, do you know what Ibn Khaldun said about the Arabs?
He spoke very negatively about the Arabs.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm Sudanese. Okay. Yeah. Thank you for telling me that. Okay. Now, amazingly, Ibn Khaldun said similar things about the Arabs. And who was Ibn Khaldun himself? Hadrami. He himself was an Arab, the purest Arab himself. He was from Hadramaut. As far as we know, he was from South Yemen. Or from Yemen. Okay. So if Ibn Khaldun himself is an Arab and he's saying the Arab people are savages, the Arab people are savages, so why would you not quote Ibn Khaldun when he said similar things about the Arabs, and why would you selectively choose? Is he now racist against his own people? Is he racist against his own people? I'm asking you a question.
Okay, so number 1, your challenge to me was find other places inside of Islamic literature, scholars inside of Islam,
where they have their own views,
that held such views against black people.
Yes.
So it wasn't incumbent on me to find where these scholars are talking negatively about Asians, negatively about Arabs, negatively about Europeans, because you can find it all throughout the literature.
No, but you were giving us medicine.
You can find it all throughout the literature. Your direct challenge was Muslim scholars that speaking negatively and denigrating blacks. So that's exactly what I did. I stayed focused. Focus. Books I've read. Let me go. What books have I read? Okay. Yes, there's a few of them. Let me get this one. There it is. All right, cool. Let me quote this. Hold this there.
But how is that Tabari's view? How is that Tabari's view?
Sorry, I didn't say it was his view or whether it's not. It was to do with Islamic scholars that spoke negatively or denigrated African.
If I quote a text in my thesis, am I speaking negatively of a certain people? For example, if I quote Hitler or his sentiments about the Jews in my thesis, am I saying that or Hitler is saying that? If Tabari is quoting the curse of Ham, which is from the Bible, is it Tabari saying it, or is he quoting the curse of Ham in his literature?
Let me ask a question.
Yes.
Does Tabari now state that this is wrong? Does he state that he's wrong?
What is wrong?
The curse of Ham is wrong.
Of course, we shouldn't accept Tabari has stated that we don't have to accept this.
Where in Tabari?
The hadith of the Prophet.
No. Yeah. Where in Tabari does it state it? I can give it to Ibn Khaldun.
Okay.
Ibn Khaldun, wait. Ibn Khaldun done the honorable thing and said this is something made up and is not part of Islam. He freed himself from it. Even though he's speaking negatively about Africans, he freed himself from the curse of Ham. So I'll give it to him. Well done. Alhamdulillah for that. But Tabari, on the other hand, No. He never did that, did he?
As I said initially, that Tabari in his preface clearly stated that I am gathering information in my works, authentic and inauthentic. Okay? And it is well known to Muslim scholars as to what is authentic, what is acceptable for us, and what is not.
Okay, so did he at any point, wait.
Let me
did he at any point say it's inauthentic,
okay, first,
or whether it's da'if?
Yes,
and
I'll tell you.
A lot of the times, when you go read
I'm making
Tabari,
a point.
he states this is
I'm
da'if.
making a point.
This doesn't have the chain of narrations.
Okay.
This is something that we don't accept.
First of all,
but in this case, he never did that, did he?
First of all, we need to establish whether Judeo-Christian literature is actually an authority for us. It is not. It is not. The Prophet categorically stated, this literature is not authority for you. Don't accept it, don't reject it, leave it as it is. Okay?
And it says that way. It says that way, sorry.
Hadith of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
Which one?
Okay?
I don't mind if that's been
My phone is dead, I would have read it right now. Can someone find me the hadith of the Prophet? Any Muslims? Sorry? Internet, the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ. Yeah. The Christian literature, the Judeo-Christian literature. Where's Mansoor? He has this database with him. He had this database with him. Okay. We will find, while we're having discussion, someone will look for the hadith.
Yeah, okay? No problem.
So we will read the hadith to you right now, immediately, right? Okay. Muhammad Hijab.
It's cool. Okay. Continue.
Okay. So now that the Prophet has told us that this literature is not authoritative for us, the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ, when he said that this Judeo-Christian literature, don't deny it and don't accept it, leave it. Can you find the hadith quickly for me, please? Okay. So if that's clear, and definitely Tabari is aware of it, that this literature is not authoritative for us, so quoting it doesn't make him guilty of having that view. Okay? So this is very, very clear now. Ibn Khaldun definitely expressed it in his own words, and these are disgusting views, and that's why I said that's the only exception. You cannot hang on to straws. You're not hanging on to straws or clinging to straws.
That was a quick question.
Okay.
Quick question.
Yeah. Let me finish first quickly.
Go ahead.
And Ibn Khaldun said very similar things, if not worse things about the Arabs. Okay. So what does this show us? This shows us that Ibn Khaldun is actually not trying to praise or degrade people. What he's trying to do is, he is an anthropologist. He is a philosopher of history. Okay. And he's a social scientist. So as a social scientist, albeit primitively, he's speaking about what he sees. He sees the Arabs at the time, they are living like savages. He describes them as savages, even though the Arabs are the people where the Prophet came from. He sees the black people in Sudan living very primitive lives. He describes them as that, right? So this is what Ibn Khaldun is doing. He's an anthropologist or social scientist, or call him a philosopher of history. So he's not necessarily saying that black people are inferior or they should be subdued or they should be suppressed. He's not saying that. Next point is Masudi.
Before we go there, so is his work good, or should we still shred it?
What? That quote is disgusting. We don't accept it. Ibn Khaldun, even if it's his view, we reject it. Ibn Khaldun, we don't believe he's infallible.
Second question I've got to ask you as well. Tabari and Ibn Khaldun. Are Muslims affected by that anyway? Like, are they influenced? Again,
the fact that you mentioned Tabari again.
Yeah. So I'm asking
it shows that you haven't understood
I'm asking you, are Muslims influenced by the words of Tabari?
Yes.
I got it.
By the views of Tabari, yes.
It says,
can you
basically, it's right in there.
Yeah.
It's in the purple, لا تصدقوهم ولا تكذب ولا تحدث عنهم. Don't.
Right. Yeah. So here the hadith in Arabic we have it. That the people of the book, source.
Yeah.
What is the source of this? Bukhari? Is this Bukhari? Muhammad, is it Bukhari? Okay. Sahih, yes, of course it's Sahih. I know it's Sahih. Okay. Right. So the hadith states from the Prophet that when you quote from Ahlul Kitab, which is the Judeo-Christian literature, Ahlul Kitab are the Jews and the Christians. When you quote from them, فَلَا تَصَدُّقُوهُمْ, do not say they are truthful, do not confirm what they're saying, because you don't know they are lies. There may be lies there. And we know there is a lot of corruption, and the curse of Ham we believe is a lie upon the prophets. We believe firmly the curse of Ham is a lie. Okay, وَلَا تُكَذِّبُوهُمْ, and do not lie upon them. Leave it, because you, sorry, huh?
Not say that they lie.
Yes, yes. So basically, the point is, the Prophet has told us clearly that the Judeo-Christian literature is not authority upon us. We don't have to accept it.
Is that what I said?
Exactly, that's what it says.
Is that what,
Yes.
what I said?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. This is exactly what it says.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
I thought it said that.
Yeah.
That,
So your curse of Ham.
I thought it said that you don't know whether they're telling the truth or they're telling a lie.
Yes. 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 Yeah, don't accept it.
Don't believe or
Don't
disbelieve.
believe it or don't disbelieve it. Don't believe it. Don't disbelieve it. Leave it.
Leave it alone.
It's not, in other words, it's not for you. Yeah, we don't have to accept it.
And the hadith.
When the Prophet is saying don't accept it,
I know, I'm saying the hadith
it's in Bukhari. It's in Bukhari. I know it's in Bukhari.
Sure.
The hadith is in Bukhari. I'll send you the reference. The hadith is in Bukhari. Okay. So now the point is, why? The medicine is fading away now slowly. It's not slowly. It's not. Right. Right. The medicine didn't work. The poison didn't work.
Get to the point.
Okay, so get to the point. Get to the point, of course. So Tabari is out. Ibn Khaldun we have dealt with. Okay, Ibn Khaldun was an anthropologist, social scientist. He was describing what he saw. Whether he described it correctly or not correctly, or morally or immorally, that's his business. We reject what he said. Now the third point is Masoodi. Amazingly, same thing happened. Firstly, guys, sorry. Masoodi was the third source Kalam relied upon as medicine for the Muslims. Check this out. Now Masoodi firstly is a Shia scholar. We don't take anything from the Shia. For the majority of the Muslims in this world, Ahl Sunnati wal Jama'ah, we do not take anything from the Shia. The Shias are not an authority upon us. We don't accept anything from the Shia books.
When you say us, who is the us?
Sunni Muslims, 90% Muslims of the world, the majority, the mainstream, okay, the Orthodox Muslims. So quoting Masoodi in a discussion with a Sunni is like quoting Hitler with the Jews. You know, when you're debating Jews as authority, because we don't. Okay,
do you recall your challenge? I'm just asking. Do you recall your challenge?
Wait, I'm coming to that.
Because what you're doing right now is providing my sources, which goes against you, saying that there's no other Muslim scholars that state similar views.
Yes,
but we're just named Tabri. We've just named
no, you're not understanding.
Masoodi.
Listen.
Clearly, we can see
that's not Tabri's view. That's not Tabri's view. I said Ibn Khaldun. Wait. I said Ibn Khaldun is one man who you can bring out who said something like that, and I stand by my challenge. Tabri, when you quote Tabri stating the curse of Ham, that's not Tabri's view. That's terrible. Okay? It's terrible, of course it's terrible. It's not Tabri's view. It's not Tabri's view. Number two, Ibn Khaldun. Okay. Now the medicine is fading away again. Masoodi, wait. Yeah, I'm still standing. Medicine hasn't worked yet. Okay. Masoodi is Shia number one, so we don't have to accept it. So let's assume he's an authority.
Are you doing takfir now? Are you doing takfir? Because he's Shia, he's not a Muslim scholar. I just want to know.
Okay. I follow the view of Ibn Taymiyyah. He believed that the scholars of the 12 Shia school are not Muslims. He believed that. Okay. So I believe the scholars of the 12 school are not Shia. Sorry, not Muslims. Sorry. Okay. So now, let me come back to.
So wait. What did you quote? Before you do that. So therefore, their authority.
Sorry, please, we're having a discussion. You can talk, but please.
So the 12's authority are not Muslims. So what makes those people
scholars, not scholars. The people.
So what makes those people who fall under the scholars and hold similar views? Are they not Muslims as well then?
Who? No.
The Shia.
Do you want to have a discussion on Shia? I am very happy to do so after this discussion is finished. Let's have a discussion on Shia. I'm I'm an open guy. I'm an open guy.
Go ahead.
Okay. I'm an open guy. Anytime, anything you want to talk about the moon, the sun, the stars, the grass, I can talk about it.
Let's go.
Okay.
About
Rolex and stuff. Okay. Yeah. Definitely. I think his Rolex was fake, by the way. And you know what? Now that we're talking about it, listen, you know and I know, money doesn't make you intelligent. And when I said that the money, Donald Trump, Donald Trump, he's the president of the United States of America. He's one of the richest men in America. Does he have a brain? No. right? So money doesn't mean it. Gary is not richer than Trump, right? Right? You agree? Yes, you agree. I think because you're silent. So now the point is money doesn't make you. Now, when I said my watch is more expensive than Gary's whole body because he made it, no. I stand by that. Hold on a second. Yes, of course. I stand by that. Let me explain why.
I don't want to
Gary,
there's an explanation.
not because Gary is a black man. I would sorry guys, I would give my life for certain black people I know in my life. I would give my life for them. My own life, right? I love them for the sake of Allah, for the sake of God, because they're my brothers. The reason why I said that about Gary, that my watch is more worthy than your entire body, because I don't value Gary as a person, as a human. You know why? Because I think Gary is a very disgusting personality. That's why. That's why I said that. As a person, not as a black man, as a person, Gary is someone.
This is why
I would not even forget about my watch. I wouldn't even give my slipper.
This is why you need some Kemet in you. You don't need some Kemet philosophy. You need Jesus.
I need love.
You need Jesus.
I need love.
Now you need Jesus, you know.
Okay, coming back to Masoodi. Very quickly. Now Kalam, medicine. Stick to the medicine. Medicine man. Oh yeah,
wow.
Look at the camera, yes. Okay.
That's not nice, you know.
Right. Wait, man. Masoodi, when you quote Masoodi, right, you yourself state that this is. Are you listening, everyone? This is very important now.
We're listening.
Okay. Guys, can you please? Guys.
I see. Siege.
So Masoodi, when you quote Masoodi, now I have support.
Yes.
Okay. So when you quote Masoodi, you yourself clarify, guys, sorry. You yourself clarify that Masoodi is quoting Galen, right?
Yes, correct.
So Masoodi, who is Shia, who is not an authority for us, is quoting Galen. So again, this is quite disingenuous of you to use Masoodi to make a point that that's his view. Masoodi is quoting a 2nd century Greek physician on the black people, and then you're happy about black people. He describes them that they are black, they have big penises, and we're very happy. That's why all the women love us. Not all the women love you, man. There are women who love other men. You know, not all the women love. Come on, you know.
The 10 characteristics was quoted from Galen.
Yes,
that he was assenting
to. Is that Masoodi's view?
Was he assenting to the view?
No. He's quoting Galen.
Anything all day.
Was he assenting to it, or was he refuting it?
Do you understand the concept of referencing? Do you understand the concept of referencing in academic writings?
Indeed.
When someone references,
you agree with them or you disagree with them.
You don't have to necessarily agree or disagree. You'll give your conclusion at the end. You give your conclusion.
Talk about all the Orientalists about the Quran, or many of them, they don't criticize and they're not in favor. They will say points whenever they want to read, and then that's it, without taking a position.
I don't know why. Making noise.
So in an academic way, you don't need to take a position. You just only need to address.
So it's clear now that Masoodi is simply quoting Galen. If Masoodi
continues following on,
right,
and he talks about the black people having very low capacity and high levity and so forth.
Who said that? Galen?
Not Masoodi. Okay. The 10 characteristics from Galen, which he's assenting to. He's bringing up his point. Right. What black people are like.
Sorry guys. Okay. So now,
what is this related?
We're coming to it. So Masoodi is not, first of all, an authority for us. We don't have to accept whatever Masoodi said. Number one. Number two, Masoodi is simply quoting Galen. That's not his view. So you failed to use the medicine.
No. Let's not play games.
Okay, let's not play games. Let's not play games.
Masoodi is talking about black people.
Okay.
And then to support his view, he's giving you Galen. That's it. Finish with Galen now. He continues in his own words to talk about black people as well. About the high levity, and they got the race and they confused and so forth.
The point we're discussing
what is the point when you raise this here? when you raise this, are you saying the Muslims have this position?
No.
Why did you put it in this way?
Yes.
Okay, again.
You put it. This is what's Islamic history.
Again.
It's like that.
Yes.
Why
Again.
did you say this?
Yes, you were
Why
saying
didn't
that.
say-
You were actually
why
saying that in the
you
video.
didn't- Why you didn't
Now
say,
look at these
for
people, they have this
Why you
literature.
didn't address, for example, the Prophet ﷺ, when he had a companion, or many of his companions, they used to be Abyssinian slaves, yeah? And then they became companions of the Prophet, like Bilal ibn Rabah,
Yeah, and the
That's all of that.
and the Abyssinians
And
used to
the
free-
Prophet, peace be upon
and the
him,
Abyssinians
made
used to
Bilal.
feed the Quraysh.
Yeah, hold on. And as well, the Prophet, peace be upon him, asked and made Bilal as well, and he went and asked a hand of a woman who's from Quraysh to marry Bilal. Why you didn't address this in your video?
No.
You know why?
No problem.
You know why? Because I will say it's biased.
It's Fox News. It's Fox News tactics. That's what it was. Now we have seen.
Okay.
Now we have seen the medicine.
Wait,
the medicine has fallen apart.
Stop.
Yeah.
Don't try to conflate the situation.
Okay.
The situation arose based upon your comment, saying that there is no other Muslim scholars that
who has that view
negatively,
and I stand by it,
about black people.
No, I didn't say that. Go and repeat the video, rewind it and watch. I said Ibn Khaldun is the only one you have,
Exactly.
and I stand by it.
You said Ibn Khaldun is the only one, and we shred it, etc., etc., etc.
Exactly.
And
exactly.
So
somebody did not believe that.
I was raising to his challenge and showing about the black people in the video.
But you brought someone
hold on.
Tabri, when he quoted the curse of Ham, which
Tabri,
is
Ibn
from Kitab.
Ibn Ishaq.
You're a Christian, we don't have to accept it. Tabri already clearly stated that in his tafsir. Then we have.
I don't care if you accept it or not.
No.
The challenge was.
Are you deliberately ignoring our view on this? Am I making things up, or am I giving you the orthodox view we have on these sources?
It's fine that you don't accept it. I'm not arguing whether you should accept it or don't accept it.
No.
Your challenge was other Muslim scholars. Other Muslim scholars. And right now, you've just done takfir on...
I can give... Hold on a second. I can give you 10 more sources who might have said similar things in the book.
I can give you 10 more as well.
Quoting other sources, not necessarily agreeing with them. When a scholar says, I believe, وَقُلْتُ in the Arabic language, or أَنَا أَقُول, and I am saying in the Arabic language, that I believe X, Y, and Z. That's when you can bring it to me and say, look at this, what those scholars are saying. Ibn Khaldun is the only exception in the entire history of Islam to my knowledge, and you have failed to find anything else so far. Tabari quoting the curse of Ham, sorry, doesn't work. Masoodi quoting Galen doesn't work. I'm sorry, that's not his view. Now the fourth point you raised,
are you willfully being ignorant?
Sorry?
Are you willfully being ignorant?
No, how am I ignorant?
Because the Galen is the 10 characteristics.
Yes.
That was one thing.
Yes.
Then it continues with his own view, talking about the levity of these black people, saying about their brains and they're confused and so forth. So is that his view or is that somebody else's view? No, it was his view.
Have you read it in the Arabic language?
So now we're doing this.
Yeah, we are.
Now we're doing this.
We have to do it.
Now we're putting the Arabic language.
Hold on a second, my friend. When you make an academic claim, when you make an academic claim, okay, let's assume let's assume Masoodi said it.
Okay,
let's assume.
All right, we've been seeing Masoodi said it.
Let's assume. So I'll make it easy for you.
All right.
I like to make things easy. I see territory. I see territory.
And he also quoted two other other Muslims that called black people...
They are completely unknown people. Anything Masoodi quotes, we don't accept it.
That black people were hideous.
You're not understanding.
Hold on.
Anything Masoodi quotes, we don't accept it.
Hold on. He said, no, don't say black people like a general black people. He said the Zanj were the most hideous creatures and they wouldn't accept anything from their hands.
I saw those quotes.
Is that correct?
I saw those quotes and those are completely unknown individuals. We don't know who they are.
Okay.
We don't know who they are. And anything Masoodi quotes, I have already clarified, it is not authority upon us. Whether Masoodi said what he said or whether he didn't say what he said, what you think he said.
Okay,
we don't have to accept Masoodi. Now it's over. Now it's over.
Holding negative views of black people is kind of racking up.
Listen. Do you actually think we Muslims have negative views of black people? Do you actually think that? And our literature, the Quran and the prophetic tradition gives us a negative view of the black people. Do you actually believe that? Honestly.
Do I think?
Yes.
That has to be the point.
Yes, that's the point. No, the reason why we went through all of that, that to show that his approach is Fox News approach. What he did was, with our sources, he quoted them without context, and he's thinking that he's throwing things at, and he was at the same time in the video saying, how are they going to respond to this? How are they going to respond to this?
Do you personally believe that in Islamic traditions that it is against black people? Very simple. Yes or no?
I think.
Yes or no? I don't want this ambiguous. Just yes. No. Just answer.
Would you like to hear it?
Yes.
I think Islam has become institutionally racist.
Islam. Okay, good point. At least it's honest. Okay, wait a second. Islam. When you say Islam or Muslims? Wait, is it Islam or Muslims?
So, for example,
Islam or Muslims?
For example, my example. I'm gonna give you two examples.
Islam cannot become, because Islam is complete with the Prophet. Yeah. No. What you have to understand is Islam was completed with the Prophet. When the Prophet died, Islam was complete. So it cannot become. Islam is what stopped at the death of the Prophet. Do you understand that? Yes. Can you respond to that? So it cannot become.
Well. So for example, America is and was and has been and still continues to be institutionally racist.
I agree.
Okay, that's number one. The Metropolitan Police. There was a McPherson report with Stephen Lawrence. It was reported to be institutionally racist.
I agree.
Now the question 100%. The question is, can we find anywhere in the Constitution of both the Metropolitan Police or the USA where it is racist?
Very good point. Now
I will have to say,
you see,
no.
So what you need to do is you need to rephrase your sentence. You need to say, guys, Muhammad, hello, Muhammad, can you take them away, please? We're having a very important discussion. Please. Take them away. Yeah, take them away. Because he's the one making noise.
The power of Ustadh. Jeez.
Okay. So what we need to do is we need to rephrase the whole sentence.
That will be my
that Muslims have become institutionally racist because Constitution, like for example for America, we can say the American police has become, or the judges, or the system, or the criminal justice system has become institutionally racist, or it's run by people who are racist. We can say that, but we don't say that the American Constitution is racist.
That's right.
Okay, so Islam is not racist.
That's why
Islam is not racist.
Let me clarify. So that's why I would never claim that the Quran, holds racist views within inside. I would never claim.
In other words, Islam is not racist.
Hold on, no.
Because Islam is based upon the Quran.
No. Because you can't have Islam just on the Quran.
Of course, the hadith as well.
Because you will need to have the hadith.
Yes.
You will need to have the tafsir.
Of course.
You will need to have
hadith. Two sources. We only have two sources. Islam only comes from two sources.
So again,
Quran and hadith.
So again,
authentic hadith.
I'm a very nice guy, and I'll say the Sahih collection and so forth is not racist.
Thank you.
But
so you're admitting it.
But there's other people, which I try to free myself away from, would say in the Quran there is racism. Such as Brother Gary does it. He does it every week.
Come on, Gary. Let me finish. The moment you mention him,
let me finish.
I feel like going to the toilet.
Let me finish. Then inside of your hadith collections, Tirmidhi and so forth, they pull up stuff that's like, ooh, it's questionable. Even I'm trying to find it hard to kind of back the Muslims when they bring that, because I don't personally hold that view. And then hold on. But then also I have to question myself, what happened though, really? Are you just being naive? Because we clearly read from Sahih Muslim that the title was, animals, selling animals. Can you sell one animal for a higher price than another animal? And then there was equating animal to the slave. Right. Now I'm thinking to myself, hold on.
Okay.
Is this Hold on. Is this where Ibn Khaldun gets his authority for calling other black people animals? I'm thinking,
wait. Who told you? Who said that the chapter heading is referring to black people?
I didn't say that. I said I said slaves. I didn't talk about I didn't say blackness. I didn't say blackness and so forth and so forth. I can go into it and see whether it's blackness or not. Okay, now that's a very good point you've raised. I'll explain to you what the hadith says. The hadith talks about at least 3 slaves. Yes, it does.
Yes?
Correct.
3 slaves. Correct. 2 are black and 1 is non-black.
I don't know. It doesn't.
Because it specifically mentions those who are black.
So
yes. it specifically mentions those who are black.
So,
right?
So because he mentioned the other one,
yeah,
it's because he was a Muslim.
No. Does
it say what he was?
Okay, no, it doesn't say.
I don't know what he was.
Okay.
I don't know what he was.
It doesn't say.
I'm not going to be able to claim he was.
Now, among these 3 slaves, one is non-black, evidently from the hadith, from the text. Okay, if the animal reference in the chapter heading was towards black people, then it would have said so. It doesn't say that. It refers to all 3 of them. So in other words, that non-black slave, whether he was an Arab or a Roman or whatever he was, is also animal by your logic. Yes. So the hadith cannot be racist.
Why?
Because
the Muslims,
because if it's racist,
enslaved Romans, they enslaved Slavs,
right?
The people in the upper levels.
So it cannot be only for the black people.
According to Ibn Khaldun, the people in the upper regions, region 1,
Kalam,
and the people in the lower regions. Oh, sorry, it's the opposite way around. Maybe 6 and 7, and the people in the 1 regions are a bit far away from
that
society.
Hadith cannot be talking only about black people, right? Do you agree?
I don't know. I have to read it again. Reread it.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm telling you, I don't know. I don't know.
I'm gonna read.
I don't know. I'm just simply saying that you guys, okay?
I'm gonna read the hadith.
Let me just say like this: the hadith title referred to slaves as animals.
Yes.
And that is shocking to me.
Yes, I'll tell you why.
That is shocking to me. And I have to think to myself. I have to think to myself whether Ibn Khaldun got his premise of animals from that particular
okay, let me explain something to you now. No, wait. Your understanding is completely upside down. I'll tell you why.
Go ahead.
Okay. Firstly, the hadith could not be referring to humans as animals. I'll tell you why. Okay? Because there is a Muslim slave there, and there are 2 non-Muslim slaves there. Right? Okay? And a Muslim cannot be under any circumstances, if you were to be extreme, or even a non-Muslim cannot be referred to an animal. Right? Okay. So what is the purpose of the chapter?
So I'm going to ask you the question. So why the chapter was to do with animals?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm explaining.
And the slaves were the very first thing mentioned right after.
Very good point.
So I would really
very
like to
good
know
point.
that.
So do you know chattel slavery was common in Arabia before Prophet Muhammad was born?
Yeah.
Right? Okay. And this incident, where did it take place? According to the hadith?
Tell me.
You remember it talks about migration?
Tell me.
You remember it talks about, I want agreement. No. You remember it talks about the slave came, he gave his pledge of allegiance upon migration. You remember the text?
I can't remember, no.
Okay, it is upon migration. Read it, go back to your video and watch it carefully. Okay, the slave came to the Prophet and he said, I pledge you allegiance upon migration. Right? Migration from where to where? From Mecca to Medina. So this shows he hasn't yet made migration. So in Mecca the Prophet was weak, and chattel slavery was not under his control. It was already there. Okay, now chattel slavery was, as far as the Arabs were concerned, was slavery of the how can I put it, like the animals were sold and bought. Slaves were sold and bought, right? This is exactly what the hadith states. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, to save one life, because he knew if he returns this slave, who is a runaway slave, who has come to him for refuge, if he returns him, he will definitely be killed, like Bilal was tortured by Umayyah bin Khalf, his master. Bilal was tortured day and night, and he was nearly killed. And Abu Bakr paid for him, bought him, and freed him. Okay, just like that, the Prophet knew that this slave now has run away from his master. Yeah, they know. So this man has come to the Prophet seeking refuge from slavery, and the Prophet, peace be upon him, has no other choice but to buy him at any cost, because he knows if he goes back he will be tortured and possibly be killed. So what does the Prophet do? He speaks to the master of that this particular slave, asks him for the cost. He says, I will take 2 slaves. So the Prophet gave him 2 slaves in return for this particular slave, right? To save his life. Yeah, to non-Muslims. They were non-Muslims. They wouldn't be killed. They wouldn't be tortured, because these are new slaves who haven't run away. The one he's trying to save, is a runaway slave. He will definitely be tortured. So Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, to save his life, he kept it with himself.
You said the Quran's not racist, and the Hadith you might concede is not racist. How do you say Islam is institutionally racist?
The same way that the Constitution of America and the Constitution of the Metropolitan Police is not racist.
Yes, the Constitution is not racist.
The Muslims are racist, you're saying then?
Yeah, so you're saying Muslims are racist.
Some are racist.
Some Muslims are racist, you're saying.
Which institution?
Some Muslims.
Yes, we agree. Some Semitic are all racist. Chemists are all racist. Okay, I'll tell you what.
We'll get into this. We'll get into this.
Come forward. The medicine man. This medicine man has wait. Okay. Okay.
What are you targeting in Islam? What are you saying? What do you think is institutionally
Okay,
racist?
guys, can we...
What do you think?
Gentlemen, can we have a discussion? Some quietness, please. Yeah. Okay, now I'm saying...
Say it, come on.
Kalam has conceded that the Quran doesn't have racism in it. Hadith has no racism in it. Okay?
I would like to believe.
Okay, you like to believe.
I like to believe.
You would like to believe.
I like to believe it. I always try to stick up for my Muslims and be like, no, the Quran.
No, you didn't do that in that video. You didn't do that in video.
That explanation was good. Yeah. The explanation you just gave.
We gave you an explanation.
Of the hadith, the context, what happened. So it is not referring to people. It is referring to the trade. Chattel slavery was like the trade of animals. This is how the Arabs dealt with that slavery, chattel slavery, and it was happening at the time of the Prophet. Now, having said that, having said that, I'm making a very
that the title wasn't on the animals.
Yeah, wait. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why.
What's the trade?
Please,
What's the trade?
Don't pull that one.
Okay. In Sahih Muslim, in the same book, when you go to another place where it's dealing with slaves and their rights, okay, the Prophet of Islam, Prophet Muhammad, categorically states, now this is the crux of the matter, he states, do not call other humans your slaves. Did you hear that? It's in Sahih Muslim.
Okay.
Do not call other humans your slaves. Don't say my slave boy, my slave girl, because we all belong as slaves to God. We are all slaves of God. A man cannot be a slave to another man. Okay, so call them your servants, not your slaves. If they are serving you, they are your servants, like we have servants in our homes.
What's the word for servant?
Okay, Gulami. Okay, Ghulam. The word Ghulam is for servant, and slave. The word in this hadith is abd. Don't say abdi or amati. Abdi or amati. Don't say my slave boy or my slave girl. Say rather my servant. So I'm going
to ask you this question now. So in Islamic literature, are the slaves referred to as abid or are they referred to as ghulam?
Ghulam. Jariya and Ghulam. Ghulam for a male, Jariya is for a female. Both servants.
So you're saying in Islamic literature that's just how they're called, yeah?
This is exactly what they're called. Look, I'm giving you hadith from Sahih Muslim. This is what Sahih Muslim says.
So
can I borrow your phone? Wait. We'll establish it. We'll establish it now.
So if I go into Islamic literature,
Google.
I go into Islamic literature now, and I find the word abid referring to slaves. What do I say about those scholars? Are they Muslims, or can we now do takfir on them?
Okay, there's a very good. Okay, that's a very good point. No, that's a very good point. You know, the question is, when did the Prophet ﷺ make this statement? This is a very good question. This statement was made in Medina. I'm very sure this statement was when Muslim is strong. That's why the point I made earlier about Hijrah, that they were in Mecca and they hadn't yet moved to Medina. At that point, the Prophet was completely powerless. He had no power over the tradition, the culture of the people.
So when he abolished slavery, though, why did he abolish slavery?
This is what he did.
It's curious. Why did he abolish it?
This is how he abolished it. This is how he abolished it.
Oh, he abolished it, right?
Oh man, wait a minute. Can you go back?
No.
Go back. Go back. Yeah, stay.
Really interesting.
Why it wasn't abolished in Africa, for example?
Wait, Sheikh.
Why it wasn't abolished in Africa? By themselves. Why was it abolished anywhere?
This is going outside of the realms of what we're talking about here. We can have that as a separate discussion.
So it wasn't.
I like to stay on point.
Kalam, you're going to read it for us, man.
So you're saying that the Prophet abolished slavery? So can we say that any person that has a slave is a bad Muslim then?
Sahih Muslim. Read it. Can you read that, please, loud, so that you know what it is there?
So let me get this first here. Up here. This is claiming to be from Sahih Muslim from the Sunnah.com.
Claiming?
It's claiming. It's not from the Sahih book, is it?
Can you believe this?
It's claiming.
Does it say Sahih Muslim?
Okay. Come on. Do you think I would lie to convince you?
Hold on. Yeah. Number one. Okay, this isn't Sahih Muslim, is it?
It's Sahih
not.
Muslim.
It's not. This is Sunnah.com. This is the source. Okay, and it may be citing Sahih Muslim.
Okay.
So,
if it's Sahih Muslim, then what?
So let's go.
If it's Sahih Muslim, then what?
I'm just giving you the accurate terminology. It's claiming to be. I'm not saying it's not or isn't. So Sahih Muslim, the book concerning the use of correct words, Kitab al-Alfaz min al-Adab.
Yes. The manners of using correct words.
There we go. And it says here, Abu Hurairah reports Allah's Messenger, may peace be upon him, as saying, none of you should say, my bondman, my slave girl, for all you are the bondmen of Allah, and all your women are the slave girls of Allah. But say, my servant, my girl, and my young man, and my young man and my young.
That's why we are proud of Islam.
Alhamdulillah.
That's why we are proud of Islam. This is how you abolish slavery. Don't even call anyone your slave. That's what the Prophet is saying. Don't call anyone your slave.
A rose by any other name is still a rose, my friend.
It's either.
That's an English rose.
Come on.
Yeah, fine.
You've got the shackles along your neck and on your feet, but you're not a slave.
Okay.
You're just my girl.
That's fine.
Let's do that.
No. Wait. That's a good point you made.
Yes.
Okay. Now
that's not abolishing slavery. That's just calling slavery another name.
Do you know the rights of servants in Islam? Do you know the rights? Yeah. Let's not. You know, when, no. When, what the picture is painting for you is, am I not a brother and a man? Have you seen the image? Have you seen the image? Am I not a brother and a man with chains, a black slave, and these tokens were distributed in the 18th century. I have one in my possession. By the way, not to brag or boast, I have a library of 5,000 books. And part of my library, I don't need your applause. I'm saying a huge part of my library is dedicated to the subject of slavery, Atlantic slave trade. I have books written historically by individuals who were working for the abolition of slave trade. So this topic is very close to my heart. Okay, I have studied human suffering, and this topic fascinates me.
We love you for it.
This topic fascinates me for one reason. I cannot come to understand as to how humans can do that to other humans. What they were doing to the black people, picking them up from Africa and taking them across the Atlantic. A lot of people don't know the details. I know. Okay, the books I have read. I have Thomas Clarkson's History of the Abolition of Slave Trade in my possession. I have a book published by William Armistead in 1848 titled A Tribute for the Negro. Why did he write this book? He's writing this book to actually prove that black people are no different to white people in intelligence, in physical capacity, in moral capacity, in education. They are intelligent people. And who does he talk about? He gives biographies. People like Frederick Douglass. Okay, people like what's his name? The man who led Amistad Rebellion. I forgot his name. Okay, so the point is, I'm aware of these subjects.
You draw a distinction between Atlantic slavery and slavery that was
servitude within Islam. Absolutely.
But they was able to
absolutely. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. In Islamic servitude,
were they bought and sold in Islamic servitude?
Yes, they were. But with limitation. They were strong. They were contracts. They could free themselves. They could buy their freedom. It was called kitaba, right? Yes. The contract called kitaba. So a servant could simply buy freedom in the sense that he would simply, through knowledge, through paying money, depending on the master. And what are the rights? What did the Prophet say?
It should be black as well.
Yes, it doesn't have to be black. It wasn't racist like Atlantic slave trade was racist. Arabs were slaves, Romans were slaves, Persians were slaves. The man who killed... Wait, come forward. Come forward. I want your medicine. No, they did not. I'm sure. I'll tell you why. The man who killed Omar was Persian. He was a Persian slave. The man who killed Omar was a Persian slave. Okay, they were Persian.
Rumi was as well
Persian
slave.
Yes, he was Roman. He was Roman. So this was not slave. black people, of the focus of
That's right, the Arabs
Islamic servitude.
all different types of people. We know that.
Turks more than anyone else. Kipchak Turks. The armies of the Arabs, the Mamluks were made of Turkic slaves. Because they were good at fighting.
Can I just pull it up? Because he was talking before about this chapter, and I want to bring up from the video itself. Real quickly. So, for the purpose of this is, you can go to my video, you know, with Adnan on there. It's on 1 hour, 5 minutes.
I think I've done away, I've kind of diluted the effect of that medicine Kalam gave us.
I really don't think so. I think you've just
let people judge. Let people judge. People, those of you who watched that video of Kalam boasting that he has given medicine to the Muslims, you decide whether that medicine actually worked on me or not, whether I'm a closet racist. Now, before I go, I want to make a very quick point.
Okay, before you go ahead.
Before I go, quickly.
Before you run.
Quickly. Before
you scurry off.
Yeah, before I'm going to run. I have to run.
So, no, you wanted to make a point that, wait. Kemetic people are racist.
Yes.
Throughout.
Yes.
Blanket statement.
No, I'll tell you why.
Go ahead.
Let me give my this. I was watching one of your videos, Kemetic Creed, and they have their top philosopher named Sarah Garvey. Okay, top philosopher of the Kemites, right? And now you've given
him that title.
Now you know where.
You like it.
Now you know the destiny of this cult. when they have, you know, there's an Arabic poem. What is it? There's an Arabic verse on this. إذا كان الغراب دليل قوم. يهديهم إلى دار الخراب. When a crow is leading a flock, he will always lead them to a pile of rubbish. Because you know crows like to eat from rubbish. Yeah. So I'm not calling him crow.
You don't even know the significance of the racism of that particular
No.
You don't even know.
No.
Listen. You know what the blacks, yeah, were called the crows.
Oh my God.
Yeah? The blacks were called the crows. Both the blacks in Ethiopia,
when you finish,
the Abyssinians were called the crows, and both the blacks in Sindh was called the crows.
I'm not using for that.
Is that true?
I'm not.
Is that true? I just want to know. Is that true or false? Am I lying?
I don't know about it.
Am I lying?
By God, I don't know about it.
You don't know it?
I don't know about it.
You don't know it?
I don't know about it.
Okay. I can now bring up the...
Having 3,000 books, actually 5,000. 5,000.
Just like
Let me
people
clarify.
in West Africa and in Morocco and so forth.
You see,
called Maghrib. Towards the west, dark people. Sorry.
For you to know.
And that's why they call the crows
For you to know.
black
For you to know. Let's
Let's go.
Before you say.
Black people eating rubbish. That's the way I'm translating that.
For you to know.
Give yourself more credit.
Go ahead.
The Sahaba of the Prophet, because women used to wear black. You see, we used to see them like crows, yeah, because of the black.
Yes.
So because of the black clothes that they wear. Okay. So do not.
We don't think like that.
Anyway,
we don't have racism in our minds all the time.
That's what you think.
Yeah. We don't live. We don't dream racism. We don't eat racism. We don't crack racism.
Arab supremacy is real. Just because you do not acknowledge it or know it's there, it is there.
Let me tell you something about crows.
Just like the oxygen in there.
The funny thing is, I'm not an Arab. I'm originally an Arab, actually.
So, for example, Pakistanis.
Yes, my ancestors.
There is colorism in your country, is there not?
The funny thing is, the first time I used this verse,
go ahead.
when a crow leads a flock, he always leads the flock.
To rubbish.
Who did we use it against? Ali Dawa. Ali Dawa is a Turk. He's not a black man. Okay. He asked us to come somewhere, and we went. Well, he's a Kurd. Yeah, Turk or Kurd. Okay. He asked us to come somewhere. We went there. We waited for 2 hours. He didn't turn up. So we used this verse or these two lines to describe that Ali is a crow who has led us to a pile of rubbish. Okay. So we're not racist. Kalam.
I think his issue is with Arabs, not with Islam.
I think his issue with everything.
His issue is with himself. When he looks in the mirror, he sees a racist man. Right? I'll tell you why. When I was watching this video, Sarah Garvey, the philosopher, explaining the creed of Kemet, he said only black people can be Kemetic. Are you listening, everyone? Their philosopher, their leader, their guide, the Murshid, the Mufti of the Kemetic people, he stated that only black people can be Kemetic. And what did he say? Oh, I love that. I love that. These are the words Kalam was using. So that's why I believe you Kemetics are racist, because you believe only black, just like those Germans who were dying after this pure Aryan race. Hitler was using eugenics to produce pure Aryan German race, and only the Germans can do it. Just like that, you are no different to those Nazis who were experimenting on humans to create a pure breed.
Why is that racist? So
that's racist because only black people can have that privilege. Can I be Kemetic? Can I be Kemetic? Can I be Kemetic?
That's Sarah representing the Kemetics. That's Sarah representing the Kemetics.
Can I be?
But he said, I'm asking him, I'll tell you why, because he said, I love that.
That's too Kemetics.
And this is what he was doing.
Would you like to hear the response to that?
Yes.
Would you like to?
Can I be Kemetic?
Okay, number one. Okay. We've also stated in the video, those people who are black from African genetics,
yes,
who come from the black land,
yes,
okay, who hold an African or black philosophy,
right,
are Kemetics, indigenous people who are Kemetics.
Can I be Kemetic?
There is other people, okay, that come over into the culture,
yes,
and want to adopt,
yes,
and take on those principles,
right,
and then they consider themselves to be Kemetic.
Right.
So, for example, you can go now online. For example, you can go online right now. You can go on to Kemetic Orthodoxy, and there is a European lady in America who has started up her Kemetic community. Just the same way the Persians came over into Egypt and they set up their own ruling dynasty. Hold on. Then you have the Romans. Then you have the Romans under Cleopatra.
Are there two? You asked me about Shias, I told you what I think.
Let me finish. You have Cleopatra and all those ones there coming over, Ptolemy, and taking on the role of Pharaoh and so forth and so forth. So they're not indigenous Kemetics, but they have adopted the culture.
Are they true Kemetics? Are they true Kemetics?
Are they? You just said what?
Are they?
Are they true Kemetics?
I just gave you the answer. I just gave you the answer. The medicine is being dispensed.
They consider themselves. Are they true Kemetics?
They are not indigenous.
Thank you.
They're not indigenous. They're not indigenous, but based upon the fact that they have adopted it, converted, and so forth, you can mix your DNA, your genetics, into the Kemetic people.
Are they true Kemetics?
Are you listening?
Yes, I am trying to listen.
You mix yourself with inside of the community, and now you're considered to be a Kemet or Kemetic, whatever you want to call it.
Are they true Kemetics?
What is a true Kemetic then? I don't understand now. I don't
Sarah,
understand.
your philosopher. Yeah, because wait, we're having a discussion. Let me finish very quickly. Okay, Kemetics, according to Sarah and Kalam, because they were having a discussion on the Kemetic creed, Sarah categorically stated that to be a Kemetic, you have to be black. You have to be from Africa. And what did Kalam say? Okay, what did Kalam say? I love that. I love that. And I love that. Okay, so when you say I love that, it's more than saying I agree with that. It's more than saying that. When you say I love that.
Question.
Yeah, why don't you say, hold on, Sarah, that sounds racist, man. That sounds racist.
Let me ask a question. How do you become a Jew? Jews are born Jews,
some
right?
Jews,
and then you can convert to Judaism.
And they're never true Jews. Some Jews do not accept them as true Jews. Okay, that's why we say this is not right. This can amount to racism. Okay, exactly.
Can you tell them it's not right?
Okay. Can I be Quraysh? Can I be Quraysh?
Likewise.
Can I be Quraysh?
Okay.
That's the question.
No. You can be Muslim. You can be as equal.
I don't want to be Muslim. I want to be Quraysh.
Okay.
Because the Quraysh has certain rights in the Quran.
Wait, Quraysh is not a religion. Quraysh is not a philosophy.
Quraysh has certain rights in the Quran.
It's not a philosophy. It's not a philosophy.
I want to be a Quraysh.
It's a tribe.
Kemet is a philosophy. Quraysh is not a philosophy. It's a race. It's an ethnicity. It's a tribe. Yes. So the comparison is false. Kemetic people follow a philosophy. Sarah said Kemetic can only be black. You said I love that, and I say that's racist.
Why is it racist?
That's not only.
That's saying African people can only be African. That's like saying a Yoruba person can only be a Yoruba.
It's a
a Ghanaian person can
It's
only
a
be
philosophy.
Ghanaian. So what you say?
It's a philosophy. It's
Help me with what you're saying.
Okay.
Because I'm failing to understand.
Okay.
Teach us that.
I can't join. It's racist.
It's a philosophy. It's a philosophy.
No. Are you saying
Now,
they are a race?
there you go. Chemetics is anybody who are black and come from the black land. Okay, those are the two things that makes you.
So what? Muslims, there are Muslims who are black, came from Africa. What are they?
You mix with the Kemetic. The offspring are Kemetic.
They were black before the
If they hold on to the philosophy,
This is very important.
You're still black. You're still Kemetic. Yes.
So if you mix with the Kemetic, the offspring are Kemetic, but only if they adopt.
Guys,
They're Kemetic by skin and DNA.
we're trying to get to the bottom of this.
But those people who are Kemetics that have lost themselves to foreign ideologies such as Christianity,
It's not the race we are
Islam,
talking about.
they've
We're not
lost their
talking about the
philosophy.
black gene. We're not talking about black race.
Kemet
We're not
means
talking about
three things.
African ethnicity. We're talking about philosophy. What we call Kemetic
Kalam
philosophy.
seems to be joining the two, saying you have to have the black bloodline
to be following Kemetic. So a white man can never follow that philosophy rightly. And only because I'll tell you why. Because that's what you said. That's what you said.
I just said to you, there is a white woman in America that has a Kemetic.
Do you mind playing the video? Creed. Why not? Why? Wait. It's going to be established now. Take the video out and play it right now.
I'm telling you because
go to Kalam's. Go to Kalam's. Wait. We will establish it now.
She is a Kemetic based upon
purely on the
philosophy.
Do you agree with
Guys, just watch what happens.
She can't be a Kemetic based upon genetics, can she?
Kalam.
She cannot be based in Africa.
Kemetic Creed.
She's got African like
Look at it here.
If you want explanation, I can give you the explanation.
Whoa! Someone has uploaded a video already. Adnan Rashid response to Kalam. Wow. You guys are fast.
100%.
Okay. Where is the Kemetic Creed?
It was a you Kalam.
Kemetic Creed. Everybody go and look at the Kemetic Creed on Times TV.
It's coming.
Make sure you subscribe.
And look. You're going to see a big philosopher. You're going to see a big philosopher. Not him. He's a nice guy.
World renowned.
Kalam is a nice guy.
So
put it the other way, so it's longer.
What makes it racist?
The screen is wider.
What makes it racist?
We will hear it in a second.
Which point was it?
We'll hear it. Let's see.
I don't get how it's racist.
Let's see what your philosopher is saying. Let's see what here he's talking.
Here's the philosopher. Pull it to the mic. Can't hear it.
We can't hear it. I can't hear it. Where's the phone?
Adnan's loving it right by his ears. Adnan's loving it.
I'm loving it because I love diluting the medicine.
Family, this is what we're gonna do. Okay, on Saeed's channel.
Okay, obviously the camera cannot hear it. This is the video. It's called the Kemetic Creed.
Okay.
It's on Kalam's channel.
Okay.
Watch the first 10 minutes and you know exactly what I'm talking about. You will see whether I am misrepresenting the view or not.
So now,
Sarah clearly said black people, only the black people can be Kemetic, and my friend Kalam said I love that. Okay, so if you love that, love it here too. So you also love it too.
But if you said a white woman is
They're not. Are they true
Kemetic based
Kemetics?
upon
Are they true
philosophy.
Kemetics? Are they true Kemetics?
Your problem is,
Why didn't you answer my question? Ask me if someone is following Islam, is it true Muslim or not?
Because you're going into religion. Which one is the true Muslim? Are you the true Muslim? True Muslim, stand up. Listen,
Anyone can be Muslim.
Anybody. You could be Asian, you could be white, you could be whatever color you are, and you can take Kemetic philosophy and apply it in your life. And you can call yourself Kemetic. But stop.
Yes,
when you want to say you're Kemetic based upon genetics and phenotypes and so forth, you're not that. You're not that.
Can you call them?
Are you with me?
Can you call them?
Just hold on.
Are they better?
Hold on.
Are they better?
Just like someone in Yoruba lands practicing Ifa, yeah. Somebody else outside the European can't say that they're Yoruba.
I got the point. I got the point.
But they're practicing the Ifa system.
I got the point.
Do you understand?
Yes, I got the point. So Kemetics now, those who are black, are they superior to those Kemetics who are non-black? Honest, I need a very honest answer.
Very honest answer.
The white woman saying that you're practicing your version of Kemetics wrong.
No. Okay. Unless she wants to play some evidence to say why, and then I can say, oh, cool.
Unless she paints herself black. That's the only way. That's the only way. No, seriously, that's what it is.
Bringing something that's true.
Yeah, that's something. These guys are racist. They are racist.
Hold on, I didn't know that.
Do you think
they're racist?
Do you think?
We're having this discussion.
Let me say this. When somebody says they are supreme, right?
Can we end this discussion and then we can talk to you? Okay, this discussion is officially ended. Kalam.
Oh, no. You just try something there. You just try something.
Come on, it's nearly midnight.
When someone says it's supreme in that sense, what they mean is first. Not necessarily.
What do you mean by first?
Let's say if we say we're black supremacists, right? Yes. What we would be saying is that no, that's not what it means. What it would be saying is that we came first.
No, what do you mean? No, you can say first. Because you can say first, but we're born in the same time. How you became first?
Okay, are you racist? Are you racist? Do you believe in God?
I believe there's something there.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, if you
I don't want to get sidetracked.
Wait.
That's the problem.
No.
We always get sidetracked.
Okay.
Let's get back.
You just made a point that you think.
Now you're debating somebody else.
No. Wait, I'm coming to you. 1 second. 1 second. I'm coming to you. You made a point that we came first. That's why we think we are first. Right? Who came before you?
Oh, okay. God.
Who came before? No, not God. No. No. If we take. No. Wait.
Hold on. If
we take purely.
Since you wanted to.
If we take purely naturalistic.
Since you asked me the question about God, is God supreme?
You're not going to let me talk, are you?
No, you asked me the question. Did you not ask me the question?
I believe in God. You don't believe in God. Do you believe in God?
What did I say? Did I not say?
Oh, you believe in something. Okay. So I'm asking you, do you believe in evolution? Do you believe in evolution? Simple question. Not sure. Okay. So until you are sure, we suspend this discussion till that until you're sure.
Right, so not
yes. No, because you can't say you're first. You can't say you're first. There is something before you. And if that's something before you, yes. You see now
as humans.
No.
Okay.
Call them astropilot.
Can we get back into it? Because we're just getting sidetracked. I want to make sure that you don't
call them Neanderthals. Call them Homo erectus, Homo habilis. Call them what you.
Let's get back into it.
This is a very important point.
Let's get back into it.
You cannot dismiss it.
Go ahead.
If you claim to be the first people, you need to tell me who came before you. Was it Homo habilis, Homo erectus, Australopithecus?
Who are you having this discussion with?
What was it?
Australopithecus. I don't know who you're having this discussion with.
So,
let's get back to the point.
No.
Australopithecus. No, it's a different one.
I know the word, man. I can't believe it. Okay. So, my point, you got my point.
You're saying that we're racist.
You cannot claim to be the first. There is something before you, but you fail to acknowledge your ancestors.
That's fine. Come back to me.
No, acknowledge. If you want to play the race game, the first game, then stand by it. Be consistent. Who was before you? Who was before you?
This discussion is elsewhere. It's nothing to do with what I said.
Come back to our discussion.
Yeah, so let's go back to our discussion.
Bring it back.
Before it gets painted somewhere else, okay? You're saying that I'm a supremacist or a racist or whatever. Let's go there again.
Yes, you are.
Let's go. Okay, go ahead. Okay. So wait, hold on. First of all, so do you take back your apology?
I haven't said anything, and these guys are. Do I take back my apology for calling you racist?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Excellent.
Categorically, I take back my apology.
All right.
Even that time, I was only doing the right thing, the humble thing, because you came back and you said, I am not racist. I don't believe white people are inferior, although you were defending Gary for some reason, okay? And you still do, okay? Even though he's an open race, not even closet racist.
Let's not talk about Gary. Okay. Let's just keep it here. Let's keep it current.
And your philosopher, your teacher, your guru, Sarah openly he be stating this. I mean, he be stating in the park openly that I'm your father, I'm your father, I'm your father. Okay, black. Don't trust white people. Don't trust. They are liars. They are liars. They are liars.
That's all right.
That's a racist. And he's the one teaching you your creed. He's the one teaching you your creed. He is the one teaching. Hold on a second. He is teaching you your creed.
But he put
Watch the video.
Watch the video.
Watch the video. I just showed the video on the screen. He is teaching you the creed.
First of all,
These guys are in big trouble.
First of all, number one.
But he's teaching you the creed. They titled it. He titled it Kemetic Creed. And who's the teacher? Sarah. Sarah is the philosopher. Gary's not there. Gary's not there. Sarah is saying Kemetic Creed is X, Y, and Z. And Kalam is saying, I love that. I love that.
So
every time.
First of all, let me just go there with
so
you.
he's a racist.
Can I go there with you? First of all, Sarah was not teaching me the creed.
Teaching your audience.
That's number one.
Teaching audience.
He was presenting his audience. He was presenting the creed.
Is he racist?
Number three.
Is he racist? Is he racist?
Hold on. I agree with him. Was the one that compiled the creed into something that religious people.
I'm gonna run away now. You know.
That religious people can hope to understand. Okay, so he's not teaching.
Is he racist? Is he racist?
So no, wait.
Is he racist?
I don't know.
Man, how long is the video going?
He doesn't claim to be racist.
1 hour.
So I want to know how do you say that I am racist?
I hope.
Hold on. How do you say I am racist? And all
Ask him if Sarah's racist.
That's what I want to know.
Because when Sarah said only black people, when Sarah said only black people can be Kemetic, you said I love that.
Okay,
that's
so question to you. Can other people but Asian people be Asian?
If someone be racist against black
if they are Asian ethnically, yes.
I will leave him.
But they don't say Asian is a philosophy.
I love this. I know. Of course. Racism has no face.
Asians don't say Asian is a philosophy. So they say it's a race. You are saying Kemetic is a philosophy. Kemet is a philosophy.
So what we're trying to teach you, if you watch the Kemetic creed once again, we're talking about black people, African people.
I watched very carefully.
Stop. Black people, African people that hold on to the indigenous system. So you can.
Which is what? Is it homogeneous?
You could.
Is it homogeneous?
Wait, man, come on. So it doesn't matter. You could be practicing Ma'at, you could be practicing Ifa, you could be practicing the Abosum, you could be practicing the Sarah system,
as false,
whatever it is.
As false as they may be. As false as they may be.
As false as you may claim them to be.
Okay, let's go home.
You may claim them to be. Just the way they claim Islam is false. Yeah?
Thank you very much. Your medicine has started to work now because I've got a headache.
I know you got a headache.
Nice talking.